What's up, everybody? I've been keeping my eye on Five Below, waiting for the What If minis to finally be available, and they actually did show up in my local Five Below. So I did go ahead and get all of the ones that were available, and actually I picked up this, nice display case here as well. Now, of course, it's not completely full because there's actually just 8 characters that they have there at Five Below. I didn't really think about it beforehand, but it makes sense because some of the figures are rare, basically. So they just have the ones that are the easiest to get. Again, that does make sense. So of course, I have here, well, actually, let me just say the characters as I pull these out here. So we got Gamora with the Blade of Thanos. I thought about getting this actual pop, but I'm fine with just the mini for that one. But for some of these, I do actually have the full-size pops as well. We got this awesome looking Killmonger here. I was very happy to pick that one up. Okay, let me start back here, and I'm not really paying attention to the numbers. I mean, of course, they do have the big numbers on there, but not so worried about that. We got Captain Carter in the stealth suit. Okay, then we got Zombie Captain America, pretty awesome one there. And I definitely have at least one of his pops. Party Thor, that's one that I have as well as a pop. I like that these are designed differently from the pops as well, so it gives you an incentive to pick these up. We got T'Challa Star-Lord here. We got Frost Giant Loki, and then of course we also have Infinity Ultron. So I am going to get all of these out of the box. We'll take a closer look at these. As far as the ones that I don't have here, I will put an image up on the screen to show you all of these What If minis, but the only one I really want out of what I don't have here is the Watcher, and he's 1 in 72, so that'd be very tough to get. And I've already seen the prices on the second market is crazy, so I may just not worry about any of the others. Some of the others are cool as well, but I'm pretty happy with what I have here. So if I end up not getting any more of these, I'll be all right. But yeah, like I said, I'm actually going to get all of these out of box, and we will take a closer look at the designs of them. Before I forget, I do want to point out that you can get these on the Five Below website. Some of them may be out of stock, but just keep checking back because they do tend to restock on that site. I've already noticed that about them, so you should be able to catch up to these if you are really interested in them. And see what other minis they have available as well. They actually have a good variety going on right now. They have the Mickey and Friends minis; those are recent as well. And then they also have the Infinity Saga minis. And again, some of the figures go in and out of stock, so just keep checking back on that website. But yeah, let's take a closer look at these minis here. I love the smile there on Thor and the way that he's actually leaning on Mjolnir, which it makes sense for a mini. Of course, realistically, it wouldn't make sense for him to lean on this hammer because it's definitely not large enough. But yeah, like I said, it does work for a mini here, though. And he's just, the Party Thor is such a smug version of Thor that it really does capture this pretty well here. I definitely do like the pop as well with the spinning Mjolnir. I think that is one of the cooler pops, one of the cooler Marvel pops recently. So yeah, it is nice that, like I said, there's variation between the two figures here. Now, Frost Giant Loki, I almost got this pop, and I don't know, I may still pick it up eventually, but for now, this is pretty cool to have here. And I really do like that the horns here are actually transparent. That is pretty cool looking there. And yeah, I mean, other than that, it's just kind of a simple pose that he has going on there. But I like that he has a smile on his face too, because he is actually very positive version of Loki as well. I mean, he is enjoying, he joined in the party basically. Now the Ultron figure, I do want to go to point out before I even pick this one up, I feel like it should be a little bit larger. But I mean, I guess it works overall, but with the scale of the minis, sometimes it's a little bit off. Especially I remember there were some X-Men ones that came out years ago, but the scale on those is definitely not right, because one of the smallest ones was Cable, and Cable really should be one of the larger ones. But yeah, these are not too far off, I guess. But yeah, Infinity Ultron, very cool. Was a nice surprise as a villain as well, because I can't remember if he was any of the trailers or not, but if he was, I don't think it was like a full reveal. So to see what was going on with this villain was pretty interesting within the What If series. And I did enjoy What If overall. I'm definitely interested to see where they go with the next season. I've said it before though, the zombie episode I thought could have been better. So I hope they do follow up on it, and it seems like they might, you know, and I know there actually is going to be a full-on Marvel Zombie series on Disney Plus, so that should be very interesting. But I definitely do like the expression here with this one, the way that they did the mouth, like the teeth are all out of shape, and it looks like the tongue is like pushing up against behind the teeth, like he doesn't quite have control of his mouth, which does make sense. Of course, he has the shield going on here, and he does look kind of dingy and dirty, which he should, you know. So yeah, I like this one, and this one does stand a little bit shorter than some of them, but it should, because he does have a wide stance. It's not like he's standing right up straight, you know. So yeah, even some nice detail there on the hands, you know. So yeah, that's pretty well done there. Would be nice if there was a zombie Iron Man as well, but I don't know, it's like zombie Iron Man really didn't get much love in that episode. And then something that still bugs me, I gotta be honest, is the you know, the Gamora episode was cut. I think it was cut for time. They just, I don't know, production issues or whatever it may be. So there was supposed to be a Gamora episode, and it was supposed to involve Iron Man in some way, and they do allude to it in an episode. You get to see a little piece of it, but yeah, it's just a shame that didn't happen. It just feels like it's missing to me. But yeah, I still like this Gamora here. It would have been nice though to get the background on how she ended up with this armor and with this particular weapon here as well, which is obviously a very strong weapon because it was able to break Cap's shield. And we got T'Challa as Star-Lord here, which love the colors here, the purple especially. Yeah, that's a pretty good looking figure there. And of course, I always like the Star-Lord helmet. So that is pretty awesome. It was very cool to get to see, you know, Captain Carter on the big screen in Doctor Strange 2. And this figure, it's alright. It's one of the more plain looking ones out of this group here, but it's still cool to have her in the mix. I gotta say this as well. The Black Widow would be nice to have, and I really wish they would do a figure of Hawkeye from What If. That would be cool as well. If you've seen him, you know, Hawkeye and the What If series, you know, he is a pretty cool interpretation of the character. And then we got the black and gold here with the Killmonger, and I like the teeth going on there. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Some people have speculated on Killmonger actually returning in the MCU. I mean, it was nice to see him in What If. I don't know if we really need him back on the big screen necessarily. I feel like that would kind of do a disservice to the ending that they had for the character in the Black Panther movie, which I thought was pretty solid. He had a different viewpoint of things, obviously, from T'Challa, and I respected that, you know, that he had his own viewpoint. So I don't think they really need to put him back on the big screen. You all let me know what you think about that, though. Should they revive Killmonger in any way, either from an alternate reality, or maybe it's possible that the Wakandans actually stored his body and are able to, you know, bring him back in some way. I don't know. Just to me, I feel like it's not necessary, but, you know, I respect other people's opinions, so let me know what you think about that personally. Again, I'm pretty happy with these minis here. Like I said, I don't know if I'll worry about going for any of the others. I may pick up another pop or two out of the set, you know, including the GameStop exclusive 10-inch zombie Iron Man. I do like the look of that, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of waiting to see if it gets a price drop there. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, thank you all for taking the time to check this out. Let me know what you think about these figures, and I will talk to you all again real soon.